morning and welcome to the chat on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2. I'm David Lovejoy.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Rhonda Lohnert.
And I'm Chuckalicious, Chuck Williams.
And joining us fresh off a commissioners meeting on Monday, Potter County Judge Nancy Tanner here to fill us in on what's taking place. Good morning, Judge Nancy. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to see you. Good to
see you guys, too. Always is. Make my day.
Judge Tanner, let me kick this off. I know prices are going up all around everywhere. We're talking about vehicle expenses, sheriff, fire department, police, you name it. If the county owns it, eventually it's going to break down.
Yes.
Hey, this money, I mean, it seems like we're breaking down a little bit more. And, hey, this money is not coming off of trees.
No, it does not. That tree died a long time ago.
Right.
but let me tell you what I do know. I had to get my auditor to help me with this, and he is awesome. But we have a budget last year of $109 million just for vehicles. As you know, COVID put a kibosh on a lot of things. We couldn't buy them because no one was working, so no one was building cars. So we tried to lease some. We got some leased, but we still have 10 vehicles that we never got to purchase because no one built them. So what do? You keep the ones you got, you refurbish, you put new tires, you do everything you can to keep it going. And that's what we did. We spent $109 million doing that on all the fleets. Now we have a fleet of vehicles at the sheriff's office, a fleet at Road and Bridge, a fleet at the fire department. You know how much a fire truck is?
Yes, I have a good idea.
Yes, they are not cheap.
Right.
A little over $1 million each. So you've got fire trucks to maintain, you've got all their equipment to maintain, all their trucks, plus the sheriff's office. So it costs a lot of money, and we actually came under budget last year, doing this. I'm really happy to hear that, but we came under budget. Some of the money was not spent, so we have a little that we could pour over into this year's budget, and we have the same issues. We're trying to buy the vehicles, and some of them are available, some of them are not. So the sheriff is like, man, we need some help here. We got these vehicles are on the road 24/7.
Right.
You just don't park it and somebody else does. You got three stages. You got three shifts that use the same vehicles. So it's an issue, and we spend a lot of money doing it, a lot of taxpayer money.
Someone brought up to me the fact of, or wanted the county to look into the use of electric vehicles and into going toward, because, we see it more and more and more. And my point to that was it might be a savings thing down the road, but right now we don't have the infrastructure for it.
Well, here's the kind of look I have, David. As soon as we did that, the grid would go down.
Yeah.
We'd have a massive pileup on I-40 and all of our cars are being charged. So what you do, you get horses out and go, I don't know. It's just, I just don't think that would ever be feasible for us. Maybe in smaller cities, smaller counties, that they might could use the electric. And I'm sure maybe even the bigger ones, they've got enough that they could use the bigger ones. But I don't believe getting in a Tesla is gonna help the county taxpayer any to not have gas-driven cars.
It costs just as much to produce and use just as much oil to produce, create the batteries for it than it does that you run on electric.
I know. I mean, the fact of me getting in a car and I don't hear it running, that scares me.
Right.
Yeah.
That scares me. I like to hear the roar of that engine. But call me old-fashioned. Go ahead and call me old-fashioned. That's what I am.
I mean, I'd be in the middle, if I were an officer, I'd be in the middle of the chase going, oh, man, I think we're about out of juice here. We just went 3 counties.
They don't make extension cords that go for 40 miles, do they?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you guys are about to start on some renovations and, much needed. If there are people that I want to be taken care of, it is our first responders.
Absolutely.
I know that they're getting a little bit of renovation. Talk to us about what else is going to go on renovation-wise.
Oh, at the jail, they're getting a new booking room, and they've needed this for a long, long, long time. So that we're going to spend a little bit over $1 million on that, just for a booking room. They also need other things too, but they decided this is more important right now. They need a new jail pod. We need a new jail pod, and that's a $20 million thing. So, with all the money wrapped up in the district court's building right now, we can't afford that. So we're going to give them a new booking room, and it's paid for, and it's going to be great. It's going to be good, big, and up to date. Yeah, so the more people we can get in there, the better.
Yeah.
State of the art.
Yes, state of the art. It's going to be awesome. And they deserve it. They deserve to have a booking room that's viable.
And a lot of things happening at the firehouse. You're really going to do some revamping and some remodeling.
Yes, we have. I think we have 6 fire stations, and
Right.
we have to renovate every now and then. The one that they're doing is out on the Fritz Highway. And when I first came into office in 2015, we renovated that one a little bit, and it needs it again. So you got the constant wear and tear of those big machines. Those fire trucks are huge, and they wear the floor down. So we're gonna renovate that and make it a little bit better. And we have to be able to serve the people in all areas of the county.
And this money that we're using, especially for the firehouse, comes from the Rescue Plan Act, doesn't it?
Yes.
So it's not coming from the taxpayer side of the.
Right. Yes, it is. It's coming from there. So God bless ARPA. I don't know. I hate to say that because, many people lost their lives from COVID, but the government stepped up and said, we're going to give you this much money to help you recoup. And it's been a blessing to us here at the county anyway, as far as the extra money, non-taxpayer money. Yeah.
Some people would say that, and I've heard this argument before. Matter of fact, I had an hour-long argument about it this weekend with someone about those COVID funds. They think that it should be distributed to businesses. It should be given out from government entities to businesses because of reducing taxes. Taxes are high. The cost of living is higher. In reality, that's exactly what you're doing, is giving this money back to the taxpayer, because now you don't have to look at raising taxes.
Exactly. Absolutely. That is really the only way to look at it, is that we're taking that money instead of your money to spend it on what we need. So that was a blessing. I'm telling you, CAD money and ARPA money has just been wonderful. It's been wonderful. It's like a big bucket, and you just put your hand in it and pull out what you can. Okay, yeah, we're going to do this today.
You talk about the ARPA funding. This is literally a case of damned if you do and damned if you don't. I mean, you can take out all you need, and that's it. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, hey, I don't know about your pockets, but mine are kind of slim,
Yeah,
so.
I know. We actually hired a consultant to help us with this, because it is difficult. It is very, very, they've made it very complicated. Leave it to the government to do that. They made it complicated. So you have so much money put aside, but you have to have it spent by a certain date, or you have to have it allocated by a certain date, but you only have so many months after that to spend it. So they didn't just give it to you with a big gift wrap and a red bow. They just said, here's the thing, here's the rules, and you have to go by the rules. We had to jump through hoops just to give it to nonprofits.
Right.
We had to have them apply and show us where the money was going to go specifically before we were able to give it to them. But that's what we did, and that took 6 months to do that, just to get everybody to get an application in and get that done. So we do this in steps, and it's not easy, but we're getting it done. And time's running out. We have to have it spent by 2024, or allocated by 2024.
So basically, what you're saying, these are down the road, these are dedicated funds.
Yes,
Not
sir.
that we're just giving it to them. Hey, what are you going to do with it? These are dedicated, and you better
We have some set aside for a new chiller system at the Santa Fe building,
Right.
just in case it goes down. And I guarantee you, as soon as we said we don't want it, it would go down.
Right.
So we're